Hello and welcome back to another Top Table Duels. Today's video is going to be a ranked best of 3. So in the blue here we have Spaceships at 879. He's going to be playing a Subterror deck over against MagMicke, Magic Mickey. And he's going to be playing a fairly standardish looking Swordsoul deck. Although I haven't seen a lot of Ghost Spell play in there, so I'm interested to see that. So let's go ahead and kick it off. Swordsoul will be going first. So he's immediately going to normal summon to his Incredible Ecclesia. Activate Incredible Ecclesia, attribute herself to special summon out Moyi. Activate Moyi's effect showing Ashuna. At this point, he's going to be met by the Infinite Impermanence by Spaceships, negating that. So, yeah, maybe right there it would have been better to possibly go Ashuna first. I'm not, no expert in Swordsoul here. Alright, so Hidden City gets activated. He gets to add a Subterror monster from his deck to his hand. I've always thought Subterror was a deck that had an interesting mechanic and interactions, but it just didn't have enough ability to play big time. I mean, you get your one Fiendus negate, and then you better hope that your back row can back you up. I do see that Spaceships here obviously is playing in Ash Blossom to help himself out a little bit. So he's going to go into his main phase 1 and set his Subterror Guru, and then activate his Hidden City to flip it up, and then Subterror Guru allows him to add any Subterror. Let's see, you can add one Subterror card, so you can go for anything. So he's going to go and get the Final Battle. The Final Battle here allowing him to do 3 things: either set a Subterror monster from the field to face up, or sorry, change it to face up, change the face of Subterror face down, or the attack and defense of a monster in the field Subterror monster becomes equal to its combined original until the end of this turn. This turn activated effects cannot be negated. So 4 fairly decent effects, and it just continuously resets itself, which is nice. Like a paleo thing behind this, right? I mean, it doesn't lock you in anything. That card would be awesome in paleo. Just play a small Subterror engine in Paleozoic. Be pretty neat. Alright, so Magic Mickey over here is going to normal summon to his Ghost Spell because he needs to get a tuner on board. So at this point he's at a 7, which means he can get himself into his Baxia. So Spaceship's saying think on summon. He knows that Baxia is possibly going to be coming, and he's saying you can now only control one of each type. Magic Mickey says that's fine. I'm going to have to scoop it up though, because I can't go in any more worms. Alright, so Magic Mickey is going to be starting us off on this game. And Spaceships yet again opens up an impermanence. Looking at his opponent board, so again on here, obviously Vishuda not being the best one to go into, because you can't make an additional token should your Moyu get negated. But at this point, it's going to come down, get negated. He's going to say that's fine. He's going to set his 1 Cosmic Cyclone, because he feels the Hidden City is coming. He feels that city is going to rise up. Alright, and so Spaceships here is going to feign the terraforming. Spaceships, well done. That was a beautiful feign there. Make his opponent waste the card. So Magic Mickey is now thinking, okay, I'm in a decent spot. I've gotten rid of 2 of your ways into Hidden City. So there's no flipping, no additional searches going there, but he still has the Guru and he has the Final Battle. So he's going to be able to get his 1 Fiendus negate. So he says in standby phase, he is going to flip him up and get his 1 negate. Magic Mickey's thinking, he's saying, yep, effect failure obviously can't be activated on your own turn. And then he's going to get the Subterror Fiendus. Alright, so Magic Mickey's going to get into Incredible Ecclesia the Virtuous. So at this point, he can go into an 8. So Abaxia, yeah, 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner worm monster. He can't do that. No, oh no, I'm just kidding. He can. Yeah, 1 non-tuner worm monster. My bad. So both your monsters Moyi. When this card is synchro summoned, when this card is synchro summoned, you can target cards that fail up to the number of original attributes of the worm monsters used for this. Boxia to both your monsters and Moyi. He says to both your monsters, yeah. So right there, Boxia can only target one because he only used one worm in the effect. And then he's going to say he's going to stack it so Moyi's draw effect is Chain Link 2. Yeah, MagMicke says both cards. No, yeah, so that's, he can't do that. Yeah, you can target cards up to the number of different attributes of worm monsters used for this. He actually only gets to target one. Yeah, so there we go. Spaceship catches it. He says you can only target one. MagMicke, don't go cheating on me. All right. Okay, so then Boxia is going to pop itself, right? Can oppose when this going to you can target one card you control. Yep. So he's gonna pop himself to float back into his Moyi. Moyi will trigger here. Shows Vishuda. So now he can actually MagMicke can get into his place here. Moyi's draw effect. You can only use each effect of Swordsoul once per turn. Where she says turn one to negate the activation, then change it. So if it said you can only, if Moyi was you can only activate it, he could have still gotten his draw there, but that's all right. So Yugioh is going to grab most likely his Long Yuan, Vishuda, and now he's off to the races. So kind of burning through what he has here. He wants to set up the best board he possibly can. Yeah, going in the Bear Under Fleur. Burn his opponent for 1,200 and then getting in for 58 more. Alright, so he leaves his opponent down to 1,000. And so at this point, Baron de Fleur, if it can live through the turn, he can just bounce it back out and bring his Moyi back out and then go into another Yugioh play to both draw and search. So he's going to bounce the... he's going to pop the trap. Spaceship's going to say, hey, that's enough for me. Because it feels like it's going to get negated and nothing else he can do. Alright, so Spaceship's going first, exactly where Subterror want to be. And he's going to open up a pot. Solemn Strike, Subterror Fiendus. There can only be one and a Subterror Final Battle. While MagMicke is going to open up Cosmic Cyclone, Tinny Spare Shunya, Moyi, and Ecclesia the Virtuous, and a Pot of Desires. So... Yep, so he's gonna get the hidden city there. Obviously, he doesn't want to grab the terraforming just in case there is an ash. Ash on the hidden city is bad, but not as bad as just having the terraforming ash there. So smarter play on that. So he's gonna go ahead and grab his Guru, activate effect, flip Guru up, search for. He already has his Final Battle as well as his Fiendus. So what do you go for here? You go for a big boy? Yeah, alright. So he gets the Yuma Strix. Flip, you can target one monster your opponent controls, banish it. You can only use this effect once per turn. When a face-up monster you control is face down, you control no face-up monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. So, yeah, so he Fiendus negates and he gets his Yuma Strix. Okay. I wonder just how small you could make that engine. How small you can make this sub. Let me know in the comments below. How small can you make a Subterror engine as just like a fun engine and in control? Because these ones don't. Yeah. Yeah, they don't stop you from just having face ups. The big boy does, but the negation ones don't. All right, so he's going to MagMicke is going to get in there, special summon, and then normal the Moyi, and then he's going to, there can only be one, and then he's going to activate the Cosmic Cyclone, and then Subterror Fiendus is going to negate that. The Spaceship says, wait a sec. Think on res. Alright, so what's he got? What else is he playing here? So he's thinking on res if he wants to Umastrix to give himself something down. Alright, so he's going to go to Emancipator Risen Dragite. During your main phase, you can excavate the top 5 cards of your deck. If you do, you can turn cards your opponent controls up to the hand. Excavated rock monsters. When your opponent activates a spell, trap card, or effect, while there's a water monster in your graveyard, a quick effect, you can negate the activation and you destroy it. So, obviously, because he has his Moe in there, he can negate a spell or trap. It's going to line up his Pot of Desires. He's gonna look at him real fast. So he gets into another Moe as well as the Taya. So here he can Long Yuan and then probably ditch the Ashuna and then get. Oh, so he says no. So does this when it activates a spell, trap card or effect, you can negate it and destroy it. Negate the activation and destroy it. Alright, so Spaceship says, during the damage step, I will final battle, and I will turn him into 3,600 defense. Sorry, 3,400. What am I missing here? Attacking defensive enemies becomes equal to its... Oh, sorry, equal to its combined. I was just doubling it. Yeah, okay, so it becomes 3,400. It's crazy to me that Hidden City gets you the Guru. Guru gets you the... can get you the Fiendus, and then you can get yourself a final battle, kind of all up on one card. All right, so he's gonna switch. He says last time I win the monster to the defense you need. Didn't you subtracted? All right, so they're going to have an argument over declaration of effect for a flip effect, and he's saying no damage calculation at this point at the face up monster. I'm gonna pause it. At this point, so what they're discussing right now is, does Subterror Guru get the flip effect in the damage step, because it's flip face up during the damage step, and then during the actual, what is he saying, the actual damage calculation portion, flip effect not activated this time. If the attack monster has an effect that activates when it's flip face, the effect will not activate at this time. Before damage calculation, the face of is being attacked, flip it up. If the attack monster has an effect that activates when it's not activated at this time, I'll just leave you here the basics. Yeah. So Spaceships is correct on this. Right here, MagMicke is trying to say that the effect, flip effect happens after damage calculation. Yeah, so you have to complete all damage calculations. Thank you, Nish. Yeah, you have to complete all damage calculations and then resolve effects. All right, so at this point, he decides to pass it up. Obviously, he can't. Yeah, I was being silly anymore. He can't control anymore because there can only be one. He couldn't go into another synchro because there can only be one, because he can't make any more tokens. All right, because everything was flipped face down by Subterror. Yeah, since everything was flipped face down, Umastrix gets to special summon itself. Spaceship says, I'm going to think here. He's going to grab another Fiendus. He's going to normal summon the Fiendus. Normal summon Fiendus' effect, and she can target one and set it face down. MagMicke is going to say, wait, I don't think you can activate this effect. Yeah, so he was saying you can special summon them. He's saying you can't special summon this face up and defense monster, so you can't do that. And he just didn't read Umastrix. So MagMicke just kind of not reading the cards. I understand that. Their text isn't terribly long, but if you've never played against this Subterrors, especially kind of a trap card that can do a million things. The Hidden City, which has attack and defense multiple. Attack was it attack protection stuff. You can negate attacks. It's one of those decks, like if you're not really paying attention to all the nuance of everything, especially what's going on in the battle phase with some of their capabilities, you definitely can misplay like MagMicke has. All right, so at this point, he's going to have to get into his Pankratops to clear off that can only be one, but it's going to be met by a Subterror Fiendus. All right, so he's going to activate the Vishuda to SS. trying to enter battle phase. He's going to attack over the Fiendus. So he knows that a second Fiendus was brought out. And that's going to be Solemn Striked. So at this point, yeah, MagMicke just closes up the duel. So yeah, overall, Spaceships, good job on the win there with your Subterrors. MagMicke, you were playing uphill in the first game in game 3 where you have to go second. I don't know how much back row disruption you kind of cited in. It looks like you were citing in the Cosmic Cyclones. I understand wanting to use Cyclones in a tier element format where you don't want to be popping Crime and Scream and everything else to allow them to float into effects you want to go in the Cosmic Cyclone. In this instance, though, this is one of those ones where you're just going to play, you need to be playing triple evenly matched because you know that your opponent is just going to set up, bait the Fiendus, and then go into it. Yeah, let me know in the comments below what y'all think about Subterror. Maybe as like a small engine, because you could probably play 3 Hidden City, 2 Fiendus, and 2 Guru, and maybe 2 Final, something like that. Just as like a small engine, if your deck did not need your normal summon. Because this is one of those ones that this, like, you could even use this like in an adventure engine or something like that, because it doesn't, all you have to do is just normal summon it, and when it gets flipped, it's flipped in defense position. So it's not a normal summonable effect, it's just a flip effect. So that's actually pretty interesting, that you could probably play this in a deck that doesn't need its normal summon. So let me know some ideas below what you guys think you could do with Subterror Guru this format, especially because if you're looking at it, there's not a single light or dark in this engine right here, neither in the adventure engine unless you're playing the bouncer. So definitely something you could kind of like cram together, just some stuff to try to like stay away from the Bestials. Or maybe even play this in like some sort of Naturia deck because they are all Earths. So you can play some sort of Earth variant with Subterror Gurus built into it. So let me know what y'all are thinking. Again, as always, thanks for spending your time watching these videos with me. If there's anything you want to see, just let me know about it. I make these videos, A, because I like it, and B, because I like providing it to you. If you did like the video, please give me a like and subscribe. It goes a long way and let me know that you should like the content. And as always, I'll catch y'all next time.
Thank you for watching. Try some of these other great duels. If you like what you saw, give us a like and subscribe.